Well, my name is Jim Marks and I've been a photographer for 20 years, 20 English years, whole English years, which is a mighty long time. And in that time I've gone through using film to digital, all the way through to making videos, so it's a big transition all the way through. I kind of began shooting DSLRs, but I've had Hasselblads, I've had Phase 1s, and now we're into mirrorless, and that's where we kind of ended up. Part of the reason why I've stopped using DSLRs and the larger lenses is I absolutely dig mirrorless, smaller cameras, no mirror box, and all the benefits that actually brings me. I go to work a lot on an airplane, on a motorcycle, on a horse. No, that's a lie. But I travel around and I like a light kit. And so mirrorless for me is a huge benefit. And it was only when the quality threshold came up to where you wanted to be, where I'd actually happy to use it on a job, that actually they really made sense. So the way I got into Fuji products was about 2010 in Focus, which is a UK trade show in the UK. I went to the Fuji stand and they had a thing called the X100. And I thought, wow, this looks like a Leica that actually works. So that's how I kind of got into it. And then I've used the X10, and recently I've been using the X20, which is a fabulous little camera. What was really easy about this was the fact that, you know, you just pick your focal length. For me personally, I tend to have it wide open to 8, just so I get that drop. I don't want everything in focus. And then actually you have time to look. As a photographer, you actually get to look at the light. And I don't think as photographers we do enough of that. We get very much carried away sometimes in the technicalities and worrying about this, that and the other, when actually all we've got to do is use these and look and see pictures and see how the light is falling on a building or how it's catching someone's face. And that's actually what makes a great picture. I mean, the X20 it's like a sort of boutique-y little compact. Do you know what I mean? It looks gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. It's got wonderful silver bits on the top, but the killer is it's got this zoom lens. And the main thing about it is that a lot of manufacturers put zoom lenses in their products, but the aperture gets less as they get longer, i.e. be 5.6. The beauty of this is it's 2.8 all the way through. And that's actually a big deal for when you're shooting video. You want the same exposure. And it also means you get a lovely depth of field drop. So what the X20 has is a lot of things from the Fuji Pro range, like the Q button, for instance, that you've got on the X Pro. The Q button is fantastic because you hit it and you get all your immediate data that you need, all the bits that you actually want without having to go through layers and layers of menu. And credit to Fuji, whatever camera you use now, you'll be able to use straight away with picking it up, because literally the menu system is the same all the way through. Another great feature is you've got a recessed over and under exposure, so you don't knock it easily with your thumb, which is great. You've got an optical viewfinder if you want it. Personally, actually, I love using the LCD on the back. It's just really, really easy. Go back to my love of why I love small cameras, and that's because it's discreet. And there was a couple, I think a mother and a daughter, just walking away, and it was just that moment, you know, you literally do that and go, boop, I've got it. No one even knows you've taken a photograph. And that's what photography is about. Not making a song and dance, but actually just observing. And that's what it's really good to do. I actually was walking along Park Lane in London, and there's a very nice Ferrari dealership. And I walked in, and it's literally so expensive you don't really want to tread on the carpet. And if I had a big camera, I actually went up to the desk and said, can I take some pictures? And because I had this tiny little thing, they said, yeah, sure. And I got a couple of really nice, moody pictures. There was another guy outside taking a shot through the glass. And you just kind of got that contrast between, you know, someone with their nose pressed up against the glass and these fabulously expensive vehicles inside. What Fuji seems to do well is colour, okay? And often you get mixed lighting. You get some sun, you get, you know, all sorts of man-made lighting, and what they tend to do out of the box without worrying about it is good colour, and that's at the heart really of what makes a good sensor and a good camera. One of the shots I did was of my youngest actually hiding, as a 3-year-old does, under some cushions. So literally, you're just literally pushing the camera through there, just focusing, half pressure, bang. You know, it's really fun to do. So this is a camera really for when you haven't got time to change lens. Okay, you're going to miss that shot. It's brilliant. Out the bag, off your hip, bang, bang, bang. So you do a family group, or you see your daughter and you want to pick a headshot, you just zoom in and you snap it. I mean, that's the beauty of this camera.